All right, I'm back again. I'm super excited to talk about my Boba baby carrier. Before I decided to purchase one, I tried probably 10 different brands of baby carriers. And the one thing I knew I wanted was something that I could carry on the front with, and then something that I could later carry her on the back with when she got older. Just because I'm thinking of trucking around places, it's going to be much easier to have her on your back than it would be to have her on your front, especially because it makes you feel like you're pregnant all over again with all that extra weight on the front. So that's pretty much the only thing I knew when I walked into the stores looking around to see. And I was quite surprised to find out that, of course, no carrier is the same and they all have different features. And the one thing that surprised me the most is how many times you have to purchase extra accessories that seem like they should come with it. Infant inserts, because the babies are too small for the carrier on their own. The majority of them you have to purchase separately and can become quite annoying and cumbersome in the carriers. So I decided to purchase a Boba, B-O-B-A, 4G carrier. Now, one thing with the Bobas, they come out with probably maybe 8 to 10 prints a year. And the thing is, if you try to get one of those prints later on down the road, it's more expensive. So it increases in value just because those prints will not be back. So, food for thought that you will get your monies back plus some if you do decide to sell it in the future. So that is one really good aspect to these carriers. This carrier costs about $150, gave me free shipping. And my second favorite choice was the Tula. And on the outside, they actually look quite similar. One of the key differences about the Tula is about the different patterns. A Tula has so many different patterns out there, which is great if you're looking for a bunch of options right now. But I found that the extra little perks to this one kind of outweighed the fact that I had more pattern options. And I like the fact that it increased with value afterwards. So the Tula's a little more expensive too. The Tula usually is about $175 up, and this one was about $150. So I'm gonna flip my camera around here. All right, so this is my Boba carrier. Please excuse the fact that my hands are moving because I'm gonna be using the camera to show you some different features. So from the outside, it does look quite similar to the Tula. It's got your two straps, your front panel with the design, and your large waistband. One thing I really like about the waistband itself is that the clip can be used on either side. So on the Tula carrier, it only latches on your right hip, which is kind of annoying if you're left-handed. I happen to be right-handed, but I felt it was kind of annoying to have to reach down behind me and pull it over to the side. So this one could be adjusted to move to the left side or the right side, or like I have it here, I like it to snap in the center of my back. I find it a little bit easier to put on, and I find it easier to tighten, to just grab both hands and pull and snug her up. So that's one thing I really like about it. The other thing I really like is the pocket feature. The Tula has a pocket right here with a Velcro cover that you lift up and you can tuck your phone in. Here, there's no pocket cover, but I find my phone stays really secure in there. However, there's an extra feature on the side here where you can pocket in and put in debit cards, keys, all of that, this whole piece. So really, I often slide my phone in the top side and then my keys and my debit card on the side so that I don't have to be lugging a whole person. Another thing is this comes with feet straps. So most carriers, you actually have to pay for them separately. And this comes with height adjustable foot straps, and they just attach onto this little piece here. And this is on a track as well. You can slide it across. So it can be more forward or more back behind you, depending on what's more comfortable for the child, because you want to have their hips and their knees in an M shape to be a little more comfortable. So that's the band of it that I like. I do happen to love the kangaroo and the Joey pattern. That was my favorite out of all of them. I just really think it's super cute, especially since I have a tendency to call my belly a Joey anyway, and now I actually have a Joey on it. So I just think that's cute. One other thing that this has that the Tula does not have is there's a hood for this, and it's actually in a zippered pocket. It's going to take me a second here because I'm using one hand. So the hood actually folds up in to the zippered pocket, and it attaches with little snaps that go up on the shoulder straps. So there's a bunch of different height adjustments that you can adjust it to. You can also completely detach it out of the inside of the carrier. So the one thing I did notice with the Tula is a lot of times it won't come with the hood on it, and also there, completely gone. And you can use this for whatever you want. That's a pretty big pocket in there. So you can turn around if you know it's going to be a nice day and you're not going to use the hood at all. I can throw my whole wallet in there. The whole thing fits in. The Tula doesn't normally come with the hood, which is a little upsetting. And trying to find the right matching hood is often difficult too. But it does snap in and snap off like that one does. The only problem is you've got nowhere to store it if you're out somewhere. So then we move to the shoulders. Now both shoulder straps, one key feature that I love is this little snap. It's on both sides, and it's meant, sorry, it's hard to do with one hand. It's meant to hold on and secure a purse or a diaper bag of your choice so that you don't have things falling off your shoulders. How convenient is that? That is super awesome. I find it super convenient for diaper bags. So you've got one on this side, you've got one on that side. I just love that feature. I feel like this carrier in general has so many extra little features that and you pay less for it, a little bit less for it compared to some other ones. There's other cheaper ones, but I feel like you definitely get your money's worth in this one. You've got your strap that connects in between your two shoulder blades. Totally adjustable. And again, it's on that track that you can move up or down between your shoulders. It's almost like a little zipper track it's on, but you can move that up or down. Goes all the way down to the very bottom. One thing I do like about this as well is you'll notice there's an adjuster on the back side and also on the front side. So that means you can adjust how tight the baby is to your back or your front from both sides. You don't have to adjust it and then get the baby on your back and be like trying to fidget around with it. So if I've got this on frontwards and I want to tighten the baby up, I'm going to reach behind and pull forward, or I can pull from here too. I find it easier to reach behind, but it gives you the option to do it both ways, which the Tula does not. You can only adjust it on one side. So that is a nice little extra tidbit that they do throw in for that. They also have these little rubber bands on the ends here of each one, and that's just so that you can roll up the excess piece, and then you can fold that up over it so you don't have a bunch hanging behind it. Another thing that I really like about this is that it comes with the infant insert. Just flip it over here. This is the infant insert. It snaps in. So there's two different settings for it. So this setting here is the one I use for Lucy just because she's a little bit bigger. However, if you do have an even smaller baby, you just snap these two sides together. See those snaps? and you'll have this that goes up in between the legs when you have a real small baby. So the infant insert goes 2 ways. So fold it up, flat out, and the bum sits in, the legs sit out. And again, you can just snap it and take it off at any time. Super convenient, guys. I absolutely love this carrier. The company I ordered it from was called babyrama.com. The one thing that's good about that website is that they also will price match. So if you find it cheaper on any other website, they will price match it for you. And I think they even will beat the price by 10%. It just so happens that I had kept my eye on it on that website, and that somebody must have advised them that the price was cheaper somewhere else, because they had dropped their price and then it was the lowest price possible that I had been able to find anywhere online. So that is my Boba, and I just love it. I think it's super convenient. It's so much easier than lugging the baby carrier around with her in it, because she's getting so friggin' heavy. It's just not even funny. You pretty much have to use 2 hands to hold the car seat carrier, and that's no fun. And then you feel like you can't get anything done, and you're lucky if you can find a shopping cart that has the baby bucket on it. So if you're going to invest in a carrier, seriously do your homework. It's totally worth it, because a lot of places will not let you return carriers once you've purchased them. I know that Anna Banana is one of them. They have the Lilla Baby carrier, and I was allowed to try it in store. They said I could walk around the store as much as I wanted to with it, but once you purchase, you cannot return them. So keep that in mind before you make a purchase. Now the Tula, the one thing that I did not like about the Tula is you have to buy the infant insert separately. And not only that, but there's a standard size and there's a toddler size. So once your child grows out of the standard size, you have to buy a whole new carrier. What a money grab. I have to say it was still my second choice because it was very comfortable, but I just don't like the idea of spending money twice. I'm already spending money twice on a car seat because I've got the bucket carrier, and then we have to get the rear facing that will then flip forward. So I'm already buying 2 car seats, and then plus a booster if you need it. But I just think it's a little bit of a money grab to have to buy 2 baby carriers once they reach a certain size. I just really don't think that's fair. This one is good all the way up to toddler. It's, there's no exclusion. I don't have to upgrade it. I don't have to buy any extra pieces. The whole kit and caboodle comes together. You can also get a Boba Air, which is essentially this same carrier, but it's made of a very lightweight mesh, and it rolls up into a little pouch. It's kind of made out of like rain jacket material, like a nylon polyester blend. And it's the whole panel side here is breathable. So it's super convenient for travel. I think it's only about $60 or $70 last time I looked. And it's totally worth it. It functions the exact same way. It's still got all the pockets. It's still got the hood. It's still got all the strap adjustments. Everything else in that aspect is the same, except it's not this heavy canvas. It's the lightweight travel. So if you're, say you're going to Florida and you're trekking around the Disney parks and you don't want to have this great big hot heavy canvas on you, that's just going to sweat the baby out. Plus you got your body heat. So the baby's trapped between your body heat and this canvas that's, it's nice and warm and snug, but not very breathable. And, it's 90 degrees outside, then it's not going to be very comfortable and the child's not going to want to sit in it. Anyway, food for thought. I know there's lots of carriers out there and everybody has their own preference on it. The one thing I would say, if you ever take anything away from this, is do your research before you buy, because you don't want to be stuck with a very expensive product that you don't like. Anyway, thumbs up for the Boba carrier for me. Hope this helps you in any sort of way if you're trying to figure out what's on the market and what's out there and what the benefits are to some products over the others. If you have any comments, please feel free to send me a message or leave a comment below. Hope this helps, guys. Have a great day.